Greetings, one and all. During the NHL postseason, playoff beards are as frequent as a second-round exit by the Washington Capitals. It has become a tradition for players to grow out their facial hair to prove their dedication to winning the Stanley Cup, to the point where they are almost unrecognisable when comparing their playoff look to their player photo taken at the start of the season. However, seeing your favourite players growing their patchy facial hair has not always been the tradition that we now see every year. So that begs the question, where do playoff beards come from? Well, it's a good thing I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, as I will give you the answer you are looking for. So, let's get into it! There are several potential rumoured origins of playoff beards in the NHL, but the most likely and the most supported origin, which is the one we're looking at here, is the New York Islanders team of 1980. The 1972 Islanders expansion team made the playoffs for the first time in 1975 and saw themselves return to the playoffs frequently over the rest of the 70s. However, they were unable to win it all during the 70s. With semi-final losses in 1976, 1977 and 1979, the Islanders were determined to go all the way and win the Stanley Cup finally in 1980. During this playoff run, the Islanders would often find themselves in scenarios where they would play 4 games in 5 nights, so keeping the facial hair at bay became an afterthought when the Stanley Cup was on the line. This dedication to winning the Cup obviously paid off, as the Islanders won the Stanley Cup in 1980 thanks to Bob Nystrom's overtime goal in Game 6 of the finals against the Broad Street bully Philadelphia Flyers. After their Cup-winning run, the Islanders decided to keep the beard-growing idea going for as long as they lasted in the playoffs the next year during the 1981 playoffs. This is when beard growing became a tradition for the Islanders team, who went on to win 4 straight Cup championships between 1980 and 1983. The Islanders of course beat the Minnesota North Stars in 5 games in the 1981 Stanley Cup final, so it was a while before the Islanders got the chance to shave their faces again that year. This meant that opposing teams and fans around the league were now seeing unshaven players lift the cup again and again, to the point where it must have been almost normal for after 4 years to see bearded men hoisting the cup. However, 1984 saw the Islanders lose their consecutive cup streak to Wayne Gretzky's Edmonton Oilers side, who ditched this beard-growing tradition, either due to the fact that they were too young to grow a full beard because they were a younger roster, or they just weren't interested in keeping it going. When the Oilers racked up 4 cups in 5 years, the tradition was all but lost. Until 1988, when the New Jersey Devils made the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. The Devils decided to pick the tradition back up, both to show their determination to focus on nothing else than winning the Stanley Cup, to the point of ignoring their own facial hair, and out of respect for the Islanders dynasty that started the whole thing off, which was a team that the players on the Devils roster respected and admired. God, you wouldn't hear that nowadays, would ya? The Devils were unable to win the Cup in '88, but they carried on with the tradition every time they made the playoffs, including their 7-game series loss to the Rangers in the 1994 Eastern Conference semi-finals, where Mark Messier made his famous guarantee. What was a loss for the New Jersey Devils in '94 became their gain in 1995, as New Jersey won their first of 3 franchise cups. Pretty much from then on, playoff beards became a regular thing for the Devils, and soon after, the entire league come playoff time, as seen by the unshaven faces rejoicing while lifting the cup year after year, including this last year. Bonus fact, another possible contributing factor to the playoff beard was the unshaven look Swedish tennis superstar Borg sported during his games. This may have contributed to the whole tradition, as there were several Swedish Islanders players on the roster that might have taken note and brought the unshaven style over to the league. So to conclude, what started as a superstition between hockey players in the 1980s New York Islanders franchise has now become a league-wide tradition, symbolising persistence and dedication, both to the sport and to growing hair on your face. And now you know! That was the origin of the playoff beard tradition. What do you think about playoff beards? Are they good, bad, or is your beard better all year round? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.